yesterday, we saw Independence Day Resurgence. And I have been pumped for this movie since I was 6. So that is 13 years of my life that I want an Independence Day sequel. And we finally got to see it. And when this movie started, there was a part of me that was just like, I am sitting in a theater watching Independence Day 2. And Joe, was it good?
Oh, well, mate.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. It was actually pretty bad.
That was an understatement. This is legitimately one of the worst sequels I've ever seen.
So, wait, let me just chill, sorry.
Dude, it's so rude to eat during it. What are you doing?
I don't know, it's like crunchy in your ear. Anyways, so grab your own plate of nachos and sit down, because this review is one you do not want to miss.
This movie is a steaming pile of fucking dog shit. I don't even know where to begin. Okay, here's where I'm going to start. This is one of the worst sequels that is so guilty of adding things to the first movie that didn't exist in the first movie. The first 30 minutes of this movie... This movie breaks me. The first 30 minutes of this movie is nothing but setup. It's bad setup. It's not engaging at all. It's all exposition. And it is adding exposition to the first movie that did not exist in the first movie. The first movie is very simple. It has aliens come to Earth, and they want to destroy the Earth. That is fucking it. That's all that happens. But in this movie, one of the aliens from 96 landed in Africa and was drilling. Bullshit.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they would have noticed the giant spacecraft 20 years ago.
Then, there's a symbol in this movie. It's like a circle and a dash. And they talk about it in one scene where they're like, a farmer from the late 80s, I think they even said late 80s, I don't think they gave a specific year, drew this on the barn. And pretty sure, don't quote me on that internet, but I'm pretty sure that's a reference to Randy Quaid's character from the first one, because I think he got abducted by the aliens in the 80s. Bullshit! That didn't happen! He didn't write any symbol! And there are some movies that do this. Like, I'm going to reference Aliens throughout this video for many reasons.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Alien is a very simple movie. It's claustrophobic, alien on ship, run. That's it. And then the second one had to do some world building. And it did some world building. The only thing it added was that Ellen Ripley had a daughter in Aliens. I don't think that was addressed in the first Alien. If it was, I missed it.
I believe it's not either.
That's okay. I can buy that she has a family and it just didn't mention it because it never came up in the first movie. This shit, they're adding shit to make their movie better.
What I hate about this movie, many things. But like Devin said, it is a rehash of the second movie. And that really makes me mad. But I think the thing that I hate the most about this movie is that this movie needs to get over the fact that Will Smith didn't want to do the shitty sequel. Oh my god. He is brought up. He is
There's a shrine of him in the White House. There's like a giant oil painting that's like a shrine in the White House. That was awesome.
The only time Will Smith was necessary was when his son loses his mom. And in the falling apart of the hospital and the mom dies. That was the only time you need to see a picture of the family and know, like, Will Smith.
Yeah.
It was the only time, and they could mention that he was his son in the beginning. Mm-hmm. That's all you needed. Will Smith is put in so many times in this movie. It's like the director still couldn't get over the fact that Will Smith said, no, your movie sucks. News alert. Your movie sucks.
Your movie sucks so bad.
The actor who plays Will Smith's son, Razzie-worthy. One of the worst performances I've ever seen in a theater. He is dull. He is uncharismatic. He makes the shitty script even shittier. I know it's not a word. I don't care. And this cast, oh my god.
The cast is my next point as well.
Mm-hmm. They are so bland. They take this movie so seriously. The only good performances, and I'm stretching for good, is Brett Spiner, the scientist from the first movie. Jeff Goldblum, even though I couldn't buy him as David, he just seemed like Jeff Goldblum, which I love because I love Jeff Goldblum.
He had a few wisecracks.
But at the end of the day, he didn't feel like David, and that's a negative. And Bill Pullman. Bill Pullman's great. He's the president.
President? Oh, yes,
Whitmore.
yes.
He's great again. Bill Pullman is great. I love Bill Pullman. He's
Gives
great
another
in this
great
movie.
speech.
Oh, one more thing. Oh, I almost forgot to say this. The people in this movie. 3 characters. Bill Pullman, the African warlord, which was weird. Who else? Brett Spiner. Have a telepathic connection to the alien queen. That's Jaws 4! You're doing Jaws 4 in a modern day movie. Lorian Gray has a telepathic connection with the shark. That's one of the worst movies ever. You don't ever want me to be an audience member and then do something and then I think, wow, Jaws 4. No! Bad! This time it's personal and you made it bad!
My thoughts on the cast. I went into this movie, Liam Hemsworth. I expected so much.
You know, I disagree
more.
with you on this point. You can say it. Say it.
I expected more from Liam Hemsworth. To me, it feels like Liam Hemsworth, he's not trying. None of these actors are trying. All of their acting sucks. The entire movie, sad things happen. Like, people are dying or a tragic is striking. But you don't believe it. You want to care, but you can't. Because their performances are so unconvincing and bad. Like, oh my gosh.
I want to jump in. Can I jump in?
Yeah, you can jump in.
I agree with him for the most part. The girl who plays his daughter is the star of It Follows. Did you ever see that?
No.
Great movie. She's fantastic in that movie.
The fiancé of Hemsworth?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But you can tell that she agreed to do this movie because it's Independence Day 2, and then read the script and was like, fuck!
Like Mark Ruffalo and Now You See Me Too.
Oh, it's so bad, and she couldn't get out of it. I felt so sorry for her. Her delivery is so bland, and she takes everything overly seriously. And that's my biggest flaw with this movie. The first film, say what you want about it. I love it. I think it's a time and a half.
I think it's decent.
The reason why I love that movie, most reviews say it's the energy and the charisma that's lacking in this movie. While that's true, that's not the main flaw for me. The main flaw of this movie, that the first movie did so well, is the first movie realizes how shitty the dialogue in its script is. It realizes how dumb it is, it realizes how big and loud it is, and it takes full advantage of it. It is a blast at the movies. The dialogue is dumb, but the actors have fun with it. The way they deliver it, the director seems like he's having fun. The writers had fun. The movie was fun because of it. It felt unique and fun, and it felt like a great blockbuster. Was it a great film? Probably not, but it was fun, and I would rate that movie fresh because of it. This movie is not aware how stupid it is. It thinks it's smart, and it's taking itself too seriously. It's dumb. It's so aggressively dumb. I hate this movie more than any of the Transformers movies. Any of them.
Wow. And you really hate those.
I really hate Revenge of the Fallen. I think the only good thing about Revenge of the Fallen is they casted Tony Todd to voice that guy. That's it. This movie is terrible.
I liked one thing about this movie, actually. There's one thing that I like about this movie, and that is the guy who plays Jeff Goldblum's dad. Yes, he should have died.
Great. There's a scene where he should have died.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately. When he was still alive, I screamed bullshit. Like, bullshit.
I'm kind of glad that he did, because he's what makes the last half of the movie enjoyable for me. Even though I don't enjoy it, he helps me get through it with his wisecracks, and I don't know, I liked him.
That is true.
He's the only thing that really, kept me going. Otherwise, once again, another movie where I got so much sleep the night before, and I was falling asleep, and we saw this movie at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
We did. And it's, you know what?
I wanted to cry!
At the end, the Queen action sequence where she's chasing the bus.
One second, the Queen. One thing about the Queen quickly. The Queen looks like she's from Aliens. The Queen is not its own original thing. And the Queen was so fucking stupid, the way the fight.
That's exactly what it is. That's why it's so bad. When they started mentioning a queen and the aliens were a hive, I was like, don't go aliens, don't go aliens. And then there's a shot of an infrared of the Queen's ship, and the Queen is big, fucking big. And I'm like, they're doing aliens. And then you see her, and she's designed like the other aliens. But she is the Queen from Aliens. She is. That's exactly, the writer saw Aliens and were like, well, it's a fucking good movie. And it is. But fuck. I was not pleased with that. They
No.
just flat out plagiarized
And the whole
Aliens.
final fight scene against the Queen,
I enjoyed that.
I did not.
I didn't enjoy the dogfight. I thought the dogfight was so poorly filmed and edited. But the scene where the Queen is chasing them,
editing in this
it was
movie
alright.
was just off.
The editing was horrible. It doesn't transition well from
I
scene to
know,
scene to
especially
scene.
when there's
Again.
like aggression and like someone like punches someone or something like that. Like it's so bad. And my last point, the thing I hate most about this movie is that this movie is so fucking guilty of Deus Ex Machina. Oh my god. Deus Ex Machina is where there's a situation that you cannot get out of, but something conveniently happens to get that person out of the situation. Something that wouldn't actually happen. And this movie has that so fucking much. When Jeff Goldblum's dad doesn't die, when their ships crash inside the alien ship, they should not have lived.
No.
When they were flying the alien ship and it got damaged, and then they did like this dive, but they were still able to control the ship and keep it in the air, even though the engines aren't running. This movie is so guilty of Deus Ex Machina, and it pisses me the fuck off, because for like the most part of the movie, you can ask them, and I just look at them and I'd be like, Deus Ex Machina. This movie is, ugh, that's what makes me mad. Anyways, you can go on your rant.
I just have a handful more points, just a little couple more. Oh, two more things. This is an ensemble cast. It is packed with amazing people. The only person who feels like he's having fun in this movie is Brett Spiner. Whether you think he has too much screen time or not, whether you think he's annoying or not, he's having fun. No one else is. No one is. You're in Independence Day 2. You should be having a blast.
Alright, and to end this
Alright,
off,
wait.
Devin has a rant to go on, but wait, I want to be comfortable when I enjoy this rant, so if you'll excuse me. Chose my drink. One moment. So I'm just going to adjust myself right here.
Okay,
Wait.
my rant.
Whenever you're ready.
Brett Spiner in this movie. I actually have a couple things. This movie opens with a dream sequence. Boo. Brett Spiner's not dead. He's in a coma for the past 20 years and he suddenly wakes up. Boo. Yeah, it sucked. And my rant. Brett Spiner comes back in this movie, along with his scientist friend from the first movie, which I thought was kind of cool. And their first scene of dialogue together, he calls, Spiner calls him, babe. Like that, babe. So quickly. And then he's talking about how he knitted the scarf for him, and how he's, like, been at his side for, like, 20 years. And I leaned over to Joe, and I'm like, are they a couple? And I thought, awesome! Gay couple in a blockbuster. I can't say I've ever seen that. Thumbs up! But they are executed so poorly. It's flat out offensive. It's just so, I mean, like, coming from a gay person who, by the way, hey, it's not aggressively homophobic, like, they're not stereotypes, but they're just so, if you're gonna go with a gay couple, do it. They feel like they're pandering. They say babe a couple times, they have really quirky lines of dialogue, and, spoiler alert, not that you should care because you shouldn't see this, Brett Spiner's boyfriend dies, which should have been a tragic moment. Brett Spiner was actually really good in that scene. He's crying his eyes out, he is sad, but the dialogue he says is, who's gonna watch the Lavenders? What? Fuck you! Watch the Lavenders. First off, stereotype, number one, which I'm sure there's going to be people here who's going to be thinking I'm over-aggressive on the movie. If you think that, that's fine, man, but it just rubbed me the wrong way. And it's not executed well. When Brett Spiner's boyfriend dies, I should be personally invested in that out of anyone.
You should.
Because I relate to that. I'm not. They have horrible dialogue. I didn't even buy their relationship that much. I bought them as friends, not a couple. In this movie, they're a couple. It's just not really addressed that well. Because they're afraid to address it. Because they know that their audience isn't necessarily, the liberal, like, whoa, what a go, da-da-da-da-da. Gays, forever, freedom, pride, whatever.
I'm so glad I brought nachos for this.
It's frustrating to see that, because it's a milestone. It's like there's a gay couple in a blockbuster. Awesome! I actually love that. They're not executed well. And I hate that I have to say that, because I want them to be. And, also, the internet's gonna hate me for saying this. I feel like I'm gonna get flack for this. I have seen almost all of Roland Emmerich's movies, with a handful missing. I think there's only 3 that I haven't seen. I haven't seen Stonewall, I haven't seen White House Down, and I haven't seen Anonymous.
What's White House Down?
That movie with Channing Tatum and Jamie Foxx when the terrorists attacked the White House.
Turn your brain off, though. It's fun to watch.
Oh, you said watch it? I thought you said what is it?
Oh, no, watch it.
Oh, I'm sure I'll enjoy it. I like Roland Emmerich's movies. Even the ones I don't like, I enjoy watching.
No, I'm actually a fan of White
you know
House
what?
Down.
They're gonna hate me for saying this. I liked 10,000 BC. Hate me. I don't care. It was silly, but it was kind of fun. The character arcs, even though they're weak, they work. And it's fun. And Godzilla 98. I know that's a terrible Godzilla movie, but I kind of turned my brain off and I kind of enjoyed Hank Azaria running after Godzilla with a camera. That was kind of cool. Don't hate me. But it's true. And
You just yelled at them to
Independence
hate you,
Day,
and now you're saying don't hate you.
I said don't hate me.
Make up your mind.
Oh, I know they're going to, because I am saying this is Roland Emmerich's worst movie. It's worse than 2000 BC. It's worse than Godzilla 98. It's worse than 2012 or Day After Tomorrow if you hate those movies. It is so painfully bad. It fails as a blockbuster. It fails as a good time. It fails as an Independence Day sequel. And it is a wasted opportunity to have fun. And the setup for Independence Day 3 at the end is so on the nose, so obvious. My jaw actually dropped. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that the writers thought we were this stupid. What is your grade?
I just want to add one thing. Them making a third one pisses me off. It's not necessary. And the story for it sucks. We're taking an alien war to them. Fuck no.
I actually kind of like that story, but this movie's so bad that I don't want to see it.
I don't want it to happen.
I like that premise. I don't want to see it. This movie was terrible. It had 3 rewrites and 5 writers, and this is what we got after 20 fucking years. If you couldn't make a good movie, just don't make it. I know Independence Day was the highest grossing movie of 96. So what? Take the loss. You get it. You got your money. Go away. I hate this movie.
Even though I found one redeeming quality in it. I can't believe I'm about to do this. This movie is an F. I hate it. It is terrible. It is shit. I do not enjoy it. I wanted to be dead the entire time. I was tired at 1 p.m. and I woke up at 11 a.m. Okay? This movie bothers me so much. It angers me. I don't want to be there. Like, so many things are wrong with it, and I'm just bitching the entire time about it. I don't have anything positive except that I laughed a few times with Jeff Goldblum's dad, and he's what got me through it. And that still isn't enough to bring it up to a D-. It's a fucking F. Out.
I'm with him. I agree that there are the occasional redeeming quality to this movie, but that is 5 minutes out of a 2-hour and 20-minute movie. And you know what? I try not to get emotional reviews. I try to rate objectively. My objective rating for this movie is probably a D-. But look at, I'm getting emotional because I do love Independence Day. It's not the greatest movie. I'd probably grade it a B+, but it's fun, and I like it. I can watch it all the fucking time. I can sit down and watch it tomorrow if I wanted to, because I wouldn't be bored of it. And yeah, no, that's it. Like, it's an overwhelming disappointment. It is one of the worst films I've ever seen. It's one of the worst sequels I've ever seen, and it reminded me of Jaws the Revenge. Never a good thing. This movie gets an F. I'm pushing 2 Fs for the fail of the year. Might not be the worst movie of the year, but it's an absolute fail. F. I still hate it Now You See Me 2 a little more. I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not. Fuck that movie. We're gonna go watch The Purge!
We are! Woo woo! So we're gonna go watch The Purge right now. Then we're gonna review that. So look out for our next review to be The Purge. We're hoping it's actually... We've actually heard some good things about it, so I'm actually hoping, because I hate the other 2 to death. I hate
the first 2 movies. Look, we'll get this in the Purge review, but I have a guilty pleasure for slasher movies, and The Purges are terrible. They're not good movies.
Anyways, we're excited to see what happens. We're also excited to review this movie. So, just look out for that. We will see you guys in our next episode. He's Devon.
He's Joe.
With iced tea.
Thanks for watching, guys.
See you
Like,
next time.
subscribe. Go do it.
And by the way, we're keeping the D.
It's so rude to eat during a review. Put your nachos away. Man.
Wait.
Alright, where do you want to start with this thing?
Well, I'm not done yet. I'm putting a blooper reel of this in at the end of the episode. I need a drink.
This movie is a
I'm
pile.
not ready yet.
I just want to talk about this movie, man. We saw it yesterday, and I have so much to say.
Alright. Are you good?
We're amazing.
We are. You good?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
good.
I'm glad you're good. Okay, whenever you're ready.
All right.
He's Devon
He's Joe.
with iced tea.
Thanks for watching, guys.
See you
Like,
next time.
subscribe. Go do it.
And by the
And-
way, we're keeping the D.
We will always keep the D. The D is amazing. Don't include that. That was shitty. Cut that out.
Let's go to the bloopers.
Fuck. I hate you. Why do we have to have bloopers in a movie review?